you follow high school sports? The San Diego Union Tribune's free UT Preps app is the go-to source for your favorite high school sports teams. Get schedules, scores, standings, news, and more right on your phone. Follow your favorite high school team by sport. Share photos and videos right from the game. See rosters and player profiles complete with game-by-game statistics and receive push notifications for game updates. Don't miss any of the action at Oceanside, Chula Vista, Torrey Pines, and many more San Diego schools. Download the free UT Preps app on Google Play or the Apple App Store.
Welcome to another edition of San Diego Prep Insider Podcast. I'm Tommy Morris, joined by Montell Allen, as always, from NBA Sports and San Diego Friday Night Lights magazine. Who I was fortunate enough to hang out with a lot of the guys from that the magazine at the game, Bonita, Vista, and Helix. So I got a shirt. Oh, you got the hat as well. So thank you very much for the shirt, guys. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, no problem.
All right, so we got to get into our top 10 now, Montell. A lot of shaking up happened this weekend. So who's in your top 10?
Oh man, it's been this weekend has been crazy. So let me just jump right into it. My number 10 is Cathedral Catholic. We know they play the toughest schedule in the county, bar none, and they're taking the beating. But as a team, collectively in our county, I think they're pretty good. They still should be at number 10. Number 9 is Mission Bay. Willie Matson has those guys playing lights out over there. Run DRC. Clark, Dumas, and is Ransom playing lights out football over there. My number 8 team is Madison. I think Madison is still strong. They may not be the elite team, but they're right beneath there, right there. And the record, I think they'll kick in the record. I think they probably went out all the way out the rest of the way. Number 7 is El Camino. I have El Camino there. I think the coaching staff's over there doing a great job. They're 5-0 right now, playing good ball, but they got a tough game this week. I think the toughest up to this point right now. Grossmont at number 6. They really impressed us last week. At least impressed me last week with that big win. Westview, I'm astounded. Those guys are flying the radar and playing great ball right now. Their defense is just lights out and unbelievable. I got Oceanside number 4. They've been at number 4, I think, for the whole year. Saints at number 3. And number 1 and number 2, man, to be honest with you, I remember you talked about it a little bit. I got Mission Hills at number 2 and Helix at number 1, but to be perfectly honest, it was a coin toss. Mission Hills had a bye, and Helix just flat out embarrassed Bonita Vista. They could have did what they want. Their second string got in, and they even shut out Bonita Vista for most of the game. So Helix is kicking on all cylinders right now. So those are my top 10. Helix is at number 1, Mission Hills at number 2.
I'll go through mine really quickly. It's actually pretty similar at the top. Number 10, I have Grossmont. 9, Cathedral. 8, Rancho Bernardo. 7, El Camino, just like you. 6 is Westview, then La Costa Canyon at 5. And our top 4 are literally the exact same thing. Oceanside, Saints, Mission Hills. And I went to go see Helix first person, like I mentioned at the top of the show. And man, were they impressive. I've had them at number 1. Still haven't seen them in person yet. Just on tape. Went ahead and watched them. Man.
Yeah, they're one of the few teams that's more impressive live than you do watch them on film.
Oh my gosh.
Unbelievable. So a few teams before we move on.
Yeah.
We got to give a shout out to Modern Day. Modern Day deserves to be on this list as well. They're playing excellent ball. Mount Carmel's playing very, very good ball right now. And there's a couple other teams out there that Valhalla's playing very, very good. Those guys are deserving as well, I think, to kind of be up here. But, this is one of the best years, I think, in our top 10 that we have that log jam down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Teams. So those guys, just want to give those guys a shout out. You guys all deserving to be on there, but we can only pick 10.
Yeah, about 9 through 15, or probably 8 through 15, all pretty interchangeable. So it's been a good year for a lot of teams in the county. So we pick 6 games every week. Let's take a look at last week's picks. Went pretty well for you. We both had Helix over Bonita Vista. We got that right. Mar Vista beating Santana. I got that one, and you picked Santana. That was a close game. Grossmont, Poway. Grossmont wins, so I lose that because I had Poway, unfortunately. Bishop's Mater Dei, the battle of the smaller schools. Mater Dei won by a pretty convincing margin. Bishop's. I have to at least give this some sort of shout out. Moses Mooney, oh my gosh, huge game for that kid. Unfortunately, wasn't enough for the Knights as Mater Dei went on to win that one. And then the last 2 games we had the same. We both had Elkhorn Valley and Valhalla. So you go 5-1, I go 4-2. You pick up another game on me, but maybe I'll pick one more up this week. Get myself closer to your record. Our pick 6 starts with Bonita Vista and Eastlake, Montell.
Yeah, Bonita Vista, Eastlake. Gonna be an interesting game. This is a battle, an interleague battle. Both these guys are supposed to be fighting for first place, going into the playoffs. But Eastlake is just beat up right now. I don't think Traylon Reed even played in the game last week. They're just, they had a tough stretch schedule in the beginning. I think it's going to be really, really hard for them to overcome beating Bonita Vista. Bonita Vista gets an added-on bonus with Quentin Harrison eligible to play now after, his sit-out. So they get another weapon on offense, and, Posada has another guy to throw to. I'm going with Bonita Vista on this one. I think they got a little bit too much offensive power for them. I think they can get up high. I know Alive over there at Eastlake, great DB, but he can't cover everybody. So I think they're going to have a hard time shutting down what the Bonita Vista is going to bring to the table. Plus, I think Bonita Vista is mad and embarrassed about what happened to them last week, so they have something to prove.
Yeah, last week didn't go too well for Bonita Vista, as we were talking about earlier, losing to Helix. But I think they'll bounce back this week. I have them as well. I mean, Helix is just Helix, It is what it is. We're moving on to our next game. We have Mater Dei, as we talked about them earlier, almost cracking that top 10 in Castle Park.
Yeah, Castle Park, Luke Bukwa, great player, excellent guy, can run the ball. He's an athlete that runs all around the field, makes a lot of great plays. But CJ Verdell and Mater Dei, I think, are just going to be too tough for them. Mater Dei would be undefeated if they didn't have to that one forfeit against El Camino. They would be 5-0 right now. I think they were going to go on to be 5-1. I think they're going to beat Castle Park. I think Castle Park's going to put up a good fight in the beginning. I love the linebacker for Castle Park, Flores. But I think Mater Dei and Verdell and the squad are just going to be way too much speed on the field. A little bit, I also think a little bit too physical for Castle Park.
Yeah, I've got Mater Dei as well. They really, really impressed last week against Bishops. I thought that'd be a close game. Obviously, I picked Bishops, so they surprised me even more than I thought. But yeah, Mater Dei, I think, wins this one. They're going to have a great year. It'll be interesting to see what they can do come playoff time. Now, Montell, one of the biggest games, not only this week, but probably of the year. Mission Hills and Oceanside. We have them both in our top 4, so it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I mean, we got 2-4 or 1-4, however you want to pick it. Mission Hills, first of all, big shout out to Will Strickland. Congratulations on the offer from San Diego. Him confirming or committing to San Diego State. That's huge for them. Mission Hills, they got the usual suspects: Dakota Miller, Will Strickland, Troy Warner. But Troy out there, they are talented. I love Oceanside. I love Oceanside's defense. I love Jaime Smith on the line. I love the young linebacker. I love what they got going on Oceanside. But Oceanside's weakness is their defensive backfield. Mission Hill's strength is stretching the field with their receivers. So I give it the edge to Mission Hills. I think Mission Hills is going to play close in the first half, and then they're going to open it up. They're going to open it up and beat Oceanside.
Yeah, I've got Mission Hills as well. What Oceanside's been able to do this year is nothing short of incredible. I mean, new coach, best player goes out before the season even starts, or arguably best player, one of the best players, one of the leaders, and they're still winning games. I mean, it's hard to pick against them, but Mission Hills, man, they've looked good all year. Like you said, they could be 1 or 2 in the county, depending how you want to put them. We both have them at 2 right now, but I got Mission Hills in a close one.
And we got to think, we just have 2 weeks to prepare for Oceanside. That's tough for Oceanside to overcome. That's going to be tough for them to overcome. So, Mission Hills, me and you both got Mission Hills on that one. Absolutely.
Another couple teams from up north. We have Ramona traveling to Mount Carmel, a team that we just talked about as maybe cracking that top 10 as well.
Yeah, our favorite guy, Marco Polo Corbian, over there, Ramona, has done an excellent job getting those guys at 3-2. He's been playing an excellent ball, leading that team. But I think, Lucas over there, Mark Carmel, as well as Willie Shields, the defensive back, and their running back squad they have over there is going to be the same thing that Ramona has trouble with, and that's speed. They just can't compete with the guys that are fast. Mount Carmel has, maybe not the fastest team, but they're pretty speedy out there on the running backs as far as the receivers is concerned. Another thing that Ramona's really, really strong at is stretching the field with Corbian buying time with his legs. Well, Big Willie back there at defensive back, he's a 6'4", 190-pound DB, and he covers a lot of ground. So it's going to be hard for him to throw that deep ball over him without him getting a pick or two. So I'm going with Mount Carmel on this one.
Yeah, I got Mount Carmel as well. I mean, kind of boring. We have a lot of the same picks this week, but it is what it is. 2 of the best quarterbacks in San Diego, though, so this will be a fun game to watch with Marco and Lucas Johnson. So if you want to see some quarterback play, definitely head on out to Mount Carmel this weekend and go check that thing out. Another battle of a couple of North County schools, Rancho Bernardo and Westview.
I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Westview. I'll say it first and foremost. They shut down Torrey Pines' running game. They shut down San Marcos' running game, and I see them no reason why they're not going to shut down Rancho Bernardo's run game. And then that makes the team one-dimensional, and they're able to make plays defensively and go. And I'll be the first to say, I was very impressed with Westview's offense last week. I didn't know they could put that many points up against a team like San Marcos, and they were able to. And it wasn't like they were struggling. They were just moving the ball very, very well down the field. I got Westview all the way. I think Rancho Bernardo will put up a fight. I think they will try very, very hard, but I think Westview's defense is just too tough.
We finally have something we disagree on, I guess. So I wanted to pick Westview. I did. I think that they probably have the upper hand. But every week there's at least one upset. One has to happen somewhere. There has to be one somewhere. So I have Rancho Bernardo also in my top 10. So I'm going to go with Rancho Bernardo in this one. This might be the week where someone can run on Westview. I don't know. But Westview, I mean, again, great season for these guys so far. And it would not shock me if they won and made me look bad.
Yeah, we got to take a chance on somebody. So I agree with you. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I just think their defense is strong. I think their defense is too strong and playing lights out right now.
In our sixth and final game, more North County schools, El Camino and La Costa Canyon.
Wow. Tanner Clark at LCC is doing an amazing job with those, as a quarterback leading those guys to a 4-1 record. Their only losses to a desert team. But to me, they haven't really played too much tough competition inside the county. Let's look at El Camino. Played a couple of good teams. They're running 5-0. That kid, that super sophomore Casey Brown they got over there, is doing it all on offense and defense. He's leading them in rushing, and I think he's second in tackles. And then they have Spencer Katounga, who just got an offer from Navy. Congratulations to him on that. But I think there's kinks in El Camino's armor, and I think LCC exposes it right this week. I'm taking LCC in this one. I think they're a little bit too big up front, and they're going to play a little bit physical. I think Achilles Smith can only pull so many tricks out of the sleeve with El Camino's offense before they get stopped. I think LCC got this one.
Yeah, this is another coin toss game for me. I went and looked at the resumes for both teams who they've played so far. I liked LCC's schedule a little bit better than El Camino, so that's why I'm going with LCC. Again, all of these games I think are going to be close this week, so it's gonna be a great week to watch some football on Friday night. But I also have LCC, so we'll go through them again just to recap it. We both have Bonita Vista, both have Mater Dei, both have Mission Hills, both have Carmel. The only game we disagree on, you have Westview, I have Rancho Bernardo, and we both have Costa Canyon. So our records as they stand right now, 26-10 for you, 24-12 for me. So the best I can do is get within one game, but hey, you never know.
It's all good. It's all good. We're doing good things though, man. I mean, I think we're challenging ourselves for the best games in the county, and like you said, there's always an upset every week. There's always one every week. So we got to figure out which one it's going to be this week, which would be great.
All right, Montell. Before we get out of here, anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, absolutely. On October 24th, I'll be out there at Ramona Athletics. I'm going to be speaking about recruiting, talking about the ins and outs of how to get recruiting, and when you're actually being recruited, what to look for, and how to get yourself on the map for some of the younger guys and also some of the seniors right now that are early in the year. This is a speech for all Division I guys. I'm going to go over the new rules that are out there, what they need to look for, if they're going to plan on attending JCs or junior colleges. Just give them a whole spectrum about the recruiting aspect as a whole. So it'll be on the 24th of October out there, Ramona Athletics out there in Chula Vista. Please come out there, come visit us, come check us out. It's all on Facebook. It'll be on our websites as well. Come support and learn a little bit about the recruiting aspect.
All right, Montell, thanks. We'll see you next week, and hopefully I'll be one game closer. Hopefully.
Absolutely, Tommy. Hey, you have a good week.
All right, you too.